In phonology, feeding and bleeding describe how the order of rules affects their interaction. A rule feeds another if it creates an environment for the second rule to apply, while a rule bleeds another if it removes the necessary conditions for its application. These interactions influence surface pronunciations and are crucial in understanding phonological derivations. When rules apply in the opposite order, they may result in counterfeeding or counterbleeding, leading to opaque rule interactions. Ordering relationship can be positive or negative. The application of one rule has an effect on the application of the other rule. Feeding. Two rules stand in a potentially feeding relationship. A creates a new input to B. If B applies, we can say A feeds B. If not, the relationship is counterfeeding. Bleeding. Two rules stand in a potentially bleeding relationship. A removes the input from B. If B does not apply, we can say that A bleeds B. If B does apply, the relationship is counterbleeding. The voiceless stop ta is first inserted between a nasal and a fricative due to the Fortis stop insertion rule. This newly inserted ta then undergoes glottalization as it meets the conditions for the pre-glottalization rule. The ordering of these rules forms a feeding relationship where the insertion of ta enables the application of glottalization. In this counterfeeding example, vowel nasalization applies first, causing the vowel in can to become nasalized before the nasal consonant. Later, in connected speech, consonant deletion removes the nasal sound, but the nasalization remains on the vowel. Since the deleted nasal does not create a new environment for nasalization, and nasalization is not retriggered, the ordering results in a counterfeeding relation where the expected interaction between the two rules does not occur. This example demonstrates a bleeding relationship in English pluralization. The first rule, epenthesis, inserts E after a sibilant before the plural suffix S, as seen in dishes. The second rule, devoicing, normally changes Z to S when it follows a voiceless consonant, as seen in books. However, in dishes, the insertion of E prevents the devoicing rule from applying because Z is no longer immediately after a voiceless consonant. Since epenthesis removes the environment necessary for devoicing, it bleeds the devoicing rule, blocking its application and ensuring that we get dishes instead of dishes. This example illustrates a counter-bleeding relationship in some English dialects, where tapping and vowel raising interact in a non-transparent way. The first rule, tapping, changes ta and da into a flap between vowels, as seen in writing and writing both being pronounced with a flap. The second rule, vowel raising, normally raises vowel before a voiceless consonant, distinguishing writing from writing. However, since tapping applies first, it changes ta to a flap before vowel raising has a chance to occur. Because the tap T is no longer voiceless, vowel raising does not apply, resulting in writing and writing becoming homophones. This ordering is counterbleeding because if vowel raising had applied first, it would have created the environment for a distinction, but tapping removes the conditioning factor before it can take effect.